What is up, guys? Welcome to our Black Rocket Open Play eSports sessions that we run every single day, every weekday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So we are going to be playing Sembly today, but before we do get into that, I do just want to again talk about blackrocket.com/online, where we have the free and premium content for you guys. We have the free virtual open houses. We already did all those. However, you could always check up the videos of them up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BRP clips. You are already there, so you should be good to go. And then we also have, of course, the Play and Compete Together, which will take you to the eSports, where we have our live open play eSports sessions. When we get into the premium content, we do have the sampler courses. Some people are taking them right now, the game design sampler. And then we also have the self-guided VR quest. If you do just kind of want to do something on your own, whenever you have free time, you could just kind of run it and work at your own pace. So now that we do have the online material out, we also do have registration. It opened up on May 1st. So if you do want to register for any courses over the summer, you could do that. I believe June is going to be all online, and we're going to take it from there. So if you do want to register for some online June courses, make sure you do so as soon as you can, really. So we are going to be playing Sembly again. Sembly is a super duper easy game that you can set up in your browser. You can play it in your browser. You can play it on a Chromebook. You can play it on a MacBook. You can play it on a Windows computer. You can do anything with it. So when we play Sembly, all you got to do is go to blackrocket.com/esports. And then right here, you'll see Sembly. And then you just click play now. And that will take you to the Sembly esports page. And then you just sign in. And if you don't have an account, it's super easy to make an account. You don't even need a email. You can just use a username and password, and you will be good to go. So we are going to immediately get into some games right now. I know that it did take a little bit longer than usual to get set up. However, we are going to make up for that. We are going to get right into some nice games for everyone to get going. And we will have our first match of the day. So again, if you guys do want to play, make sure that you go to play, private, join, and then type in the room code. I go to spectate because, again, I'm going to be casting it for you guys. However, again, if you guys do want to play, you just go to play, private, join, and then you will be good to go. Just type in the room code. So we are going to get right on in for you guys. And again, throughout the day, if you do want to, throughout the stream, I mean, if you do want to play, if you are missing these room codes by a little bit, you could always do quick play. And if someone else does quick play, they'll join your room, and then we could pull the room code for you guys, and we could cast it that way. Or if you do want to play with your friends, you could go to private and just make a private lobby with them, and then you will be good to go as well. So our first room code of the day is going to be HJOG. So again, if anyone does want to hop in there, just make sure you type in the room code HJOG when you do select private match. So we are going to get started. This does look like it is going to be a normal game right here. So normal, for those of you who don't know, we get one map, so we're going to be playing Rat Maze, and then each player builds their own map. So player 1 is going to put all their items down on their own map, and that's only going to have their items, and then player 2 is going to build their own map, and that's only going to have their items. So where it comes into play is all the gems spawn in the same spot. So you could prepare for every single gem in your own way. And when you do that, the opponent is also going to prepare for those gems in their own way. So it's really kind of a race to see who could get the gems the fastest on their own map, and then who could get the gems the fastest on the opponent's map, and then you kind of combine them. Again, in normal, the speed in which you get the gems has an impact on your score. So you do kind of want to make sure that you try to get the gems as fast as possible, because every second does count. So making a mistake or taking your time when you could be going really fast could hurt you. But then again, taking your time so you don't get sent back to the beginning could also benefit you. So we are going to have the moving block, the fan, the robot, the switch block, and the one-way block. So the only thing that can send you back to the beginning right here is going to be that robot. So we are going to track to see who does use that robot, to see who uses it in a really good way. Off the bat, you see, I believe that's player one, going for the moving blocks at the beginning. Now, the moving blocks at the beginning is pretty clever, because there's a couple things you could do. Obviously, it's tougher in normal because in normal you are not able to use the hammer on your own blocks. So player two, if they want, they could break this lower moving block and then kind of just have a free opening to get through. They don't have to wait, try to jump over it, get stressed out or anything like that. They could just really kind of just break that and get in there. Now, if you don't do that, obviously the moving block is going to go to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And it could get a little frustrating to get around it, especially because you don't really have a bit of a gap here. So you're kind of going to have to speed up, maybe hit a wall jump off this back wall right here. You also see something that I don't know about this one. We have a bunch of one-way blocks up here at the top. So one-way block is you can get in it and then you can't get out of it. So usually what we see is we have kind of like the one way going down here, and then we have a one way going up here. So player one, when they go in here, they are not going to be able to get out. But player two is going to be able to get out because they, again, can use the hammer on player one's map. So you can use the hammer on the opponent player's map. You cannot use it on your own map. So player two automatically has a very clear-cut cookie cutter advantage right here, because player one cannot get this gem. If they do get that gem, they cannot finish the map. So that is going to be pretty intense. We're going to see how that works out. But again, I really do like how this map is coming along because we got a lot of switch blocks. Those are kind of just like a little buffer. And then we also got some moving blocks, got some robots in at the bottom. So it is coming together. It is going to be a little bit of a difficult map. However, this one area in the top left, can't get behind that. Now, player two's map is a little bit crazier. Player two has a lot of congestion up at the front section. However, I feel like you can avoid that by kind of just wall jumping up the top. And then once you do that, kind of have a little bit more of a free range to roam. You could kind of go down. Yeah, that's kind of, if I was playing player two's map, I would go up, grab that first gem, jump across, all the way across, go down, get this gem, go down, get that gem, come across the green, get the blue gem, then just go all the way back. If I was any of those players, that's what I would do, just because there's a lot of stuff right here that you kind of want to avoid. And then player one's map, again, doesn't really have too many robots. They just have the two robots that could send you back. But that's pretty much it. So these are going to be some good games. We are going to see how player one fares with their own map when they do kind of block themselves off like that. From what should be a relatively easy gem to get. So player one is going to be silver, player two is going to be the blue. We're going to see how these players go. Right off the bat, you do see player one goes in, grabs the gem. Oh, very smart from player one. So player one did the tactical reset. I completely forgot about the tactical reset. If you do press R, you do get sent back to the spawn. Now, player two here could also break a block. Again, player one was not able to break a block. But player two did end up going for a tactical reset as well. Not sure if that was better than breaking the block. Not sure if that gave him a bit of a time jump right there. However, I completely forgot about that from player one. So big props to them for planning that one out, because I would have got sent back to the beginning. I would have been stuck there. So again, we do see a little bit, you are going to have to kind of wall jump off that moving block. So that's going to make it, or you could just wait for the moving blocks to pass. Either way. So we do see player two looks like, almost was able to get their third gem. However, they were not able to because they did get sent back to the beginning from a robot. So player one was able to grab that gem. They were able to navigate through the robots. Difficult task indeed. It does look like they were sent back to the beginning again. It does look like they may be a little bit desynced, so you may have to wait until there's a little bit of a gap and then kind of work your way in. But it does look like it may be a little bit tougher. So it does look like we are going to have our final point total of map one. So player two is only down by about 500 points, and they are going on to their own map. So they should be really good to go right here. They should have an opportunity to make the comeback right here. So off the bat, we do see they are taking a little bit more time to get started here. It does look like they may be having a little bit of trouble with that wall jump. However, they are able to get up. That is a tough one right there. Having to wall jump across that fan block, that could be a tough task. So player one was able to grab that first gem, making record time right here. It looks like they are following the same strategy that I would have followed if I was playing this map. So we do got grabbing a second gem, while player two now is able to kind of maneuver their way. It does look like they don't want anything to do with those robot blocks. I don't blame them. That does look like a very difficult task. However, they are able to finally get through. Oh, but they did run into the robot. So that is tough right there. It looks like player one may be able to grab the big gem too, without anything stopping them right now, and they do. So we do got player one going for the clean sweep on player two's map. It looked like player two kind of just wasn't able to get past that beginning area on their own map. So they did make it a little bit too difficult. And that is where things kind of do come into play, because we are never going to know if player one kind of just got lucky and was able to get over there, or what happened. But they were able to get through a very difficult area. And then they were kind of just able to take it from there, while player two, again, was kind of stuck at the beginning. So we do got another room code coming in for you guys. We got HKGZ. So again, I hope everyone's doing good with this whole virus going on. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing good with this virus going on. I know it has me a little bit messed up with my whole sleep schedule and all of that kind of stuff. So again, if you guys do want, you can make a private room. If you make a private room, we are able to join it, so we could just hop in, cast it if you're playing with your friends or anything. So again, if you are playing with your friends, make a private room. If you are just want to kind of find the match, make sure you do go to quick play. But again, try not to drop out, because we are trying to hop in. So just make sure that you guys stay in there. We're going to take another look at another one. We're going to see if we can get into this one right here. This one is going to be WEYK. And we do find a room. So again, make sure that you guys do make your private rooms, quick play rooms, whatever you guys want, and we will try our best to hop in. So again, I hope everyone is doing good. Yeah, as I said before, my sleep schedule is pretty messed up. I have my morning coffee right here. So that's all you need to know about that. That's all you need to know about how I'm doing. So again, this is going to be a gem race. So this is going to be our first gem race game of the day. Now, gem race, a lot of people like to call this the most intense of all the game modes. And the reason why it is basically because each player picks 5 different items, and with those 5 different items, you are able to put all those down on the map, and then player one is able to pick a different 5 items. So there's going to be 10 different items that could possibly be on the map at the same time, and they all go on the same map. Not like normal. It's not going to be like normal where I hope player one's here. It didn't look like player one selected anything, so I hope player one is there. However, it is pretty intense, because there could be up to 10 different items on the map at the same time. And when you have 10 different items, it gets pretty hectic. Another thing is that the gems spawn in random locations. So one may spawn here, one may spawn here. Oh, does look like a player left the match. So as I said, the gems spawn in different locations, so it is a little bit random. So you do have to prepare for every single gem, kind of, or you can kind of block off certain areas and then make it like a little bit difficult to get from one gem to the next. That's usually the strategy that I like doing. However, you could really do anything. It really is up to you guys on how you kind of solve it. There's a lot of different strategies that do come into play. whether you play aggressively or whether you kind of play more passively so you don't get sent back to the beginning, and you kind of just race and hope that you get lucky on the spawns. We do got another room code for you guys, TWSJ. Let's see if this one does find, and we do find that room. So again, and we're already in. Okay. So this is a fast match, it looks like. Fast. This does look like it is a fast match. However, it says we got 3 minutes. Oh, this is a normal game. Okay, so this is a normal game. We did hop in after the build phase, so that's why I was a little bit confused. But we also can't see the gems going on. Anyways, normal. Again, we already played the normal game, so we do know how it goes. We got the 5 different items. Each player uses the same 5 items, and then they build their own map. So we are going to hop into it right now. Yeah, so this was fast. Okay. It was a little bit of a visual error. However, we do hop in here. Fast match is basically you get 30 seconds to build with 5 random items, and then you do hop into it. And then you just hop right on into it. However, you do play both maps. So again, it is like normal in which you do play both maps. However, you just have to get that 1 gem at the end. So player 1 was able to get the gem in about 27 seconds, I think. So if player 2 has any chance at making a comeback right here, they're going to have to get that gem in less than 27 seconds. And the good thing is that player 1 cannot get the gem if player 2 gets it unless they get it at the exact same time. So if they get it first, they should win. However, it does look like player 1 does have a straight line to the finish, and they do get it. So player 1 was able to snag both gems. And that was our fast game. So again, those fast games, the name does not lie. They are very, very quick. Sometimes, however, players really don't know what to do with those 5 items, so they kind of just throw them around in like random locations, which then makes it really hard to actually finish the map. So sometimes we do see like a 0-0 fast game, and that's always pretty funny. When we do end in a tie there, we also see sometimes it does end in a tie because they grab the gems at the same time. So that's pretty cool. I believe the last time we played Sembly, I'm not sure if it was the last time we played or if it was last Wednesday, but we did see some crazy stuff. We saw some gems being grabbed at the same time in Gem Race, which that was the first time I've ever seen that happen. And then we've seen some ties. I think we did have a couple ties in the fast matches. And then in Battle Royale, it was pretty crazy because we had some some split victories where both players eliminated each other at the same time. So that was also pretty cool. So here we do got a Gem Race game coming in. Again, Gem Race, we haven't played a Gem Race game yet because the player did leave. So Gem Race is both players select 5 items and they use those 5 items on the same map. So you could have upwards of 10 different items on the same map at the same time. Here it does look like we do have a similarity right there. So we are only going to have 8 different items on the same map. So again, we do got a lot of variety right there, and you do have to kind of prepare for all of the different gems that spawn in. When this does come into play is if, say, a gem is up here and then the next gem spawns right down there. If you don't get that gem first, odds are you are not going to get that one if you're kind of like over here or whatever, because the player could just grab this one, drop down, and get it. So it does get a little bit difficult. It does get a little bit tough to kind of prepare for that. However, you just kind of have to deal with it. You kind of have to prepare for everything. You kind of have to get everything under your control. That is kind of the big thing about Gem Race, is going to be controlling the game. You kind of want to have your items in most areas of the map to kind of fool your opponent. And you kind of want to block off your opponent or prepare for your opponent's items as well. So again, this is what our map looks like right now because, as I said before, both players do build on the same map. However, we do want to take a little step back. We could check out how both of our players did put their items down so far. So we got player 2 going heavy on the flamethrowers in one area. So the flamethrowers do kind of stretch out as well. So they're kind of going to block off basically everything under this orange and green area right here. But again, you should be able to jump up, but you will have to kind of jump up here because if you wall jump here and you miss it, you will get hit by the fire. So they are kind of blocking off a nice little area. And then player 1 going a little bit more passive on the blocks, but they are using, I do like when players do use the moving block with the spikes on it because as simple as it sounds, it's a lot more difficult to get around than you might think. So again, that's a good strategy no matter how you look at it. I'm always going to like the moving spike block because it does just catch the opponents off guard. However, again, on Gem Race, I do want to mention you can break blocks. You can break your own blocks. You can break opponents' blocks. I believe you only get 2 or 3 of them, however, so you do got to make sure that you make it worth. So right there, you do see those flamethrowers are going to town. We will have to find out where our first gem is. Sometimes you do get a little bit of a spectator glitch where can't really tell where that first gem spawns in. However, we do see that the second one, oh no, that second one is I don't know if anyone's going to be able to get that one. So the second gem is going to be between the flamethrowers, between the wall of flamethrowers and the moving spike block. So this gem may get reset. So if a gem is not grabbed in 30 seconds, it does get moved somewhere else. Another good thing about Gem Race is that you get the same point total for every gem. So it's always going to be 500. Ooh, player 1. I think that slow-mo may have helped them out because they were able to kind of sneak their way in past the flamethrower and past that moving spike block. So now we have the other gem is going to be on the other side of the map right now. So I believe that is player 2 green. Player 2 is green. So player 2 does have a good line to that gem. And now the next gem is going to be all the way at the beginning. So it does look like one of our players hit the tactical reset. But again, this is going to be a tough gem to get because you do got those fans. I'm not sure how that is going to come into play right here. Ooh, just barely missed that wall jump right there. And player 2 looks like they are on pace to grab another one. So player 1 right now is going to have to grab this gem because their game does depend on it. It is going to be in a pretty good location for them. But again, they are going to have to get the next one pretty quickly after because, again, only 20 seconds left. Oh, they do hit the tactical reset, and they are able to grab their third gem. So now we do have a sudden death right now. However, it does look like they may have gotten a little bit of a point bonus. I believe if you do get 2 gems back-to-back like that, you do get a little bit of a point bonus. However, they may not even need it because it does look like they are going to be able, if they do hit that switch block, oh, and they were able to just grab that gem at the last possible second. So player 1 making a big 3-gem comeback right there. They were down 1-3, and then they were able to come back and take the victory. Wow. So big props to both of our players. We did have a great game right there. That was the closest game in a while. Again, shout outs to both of our players. It did really come down to the wire right there. I'm not sure how that the bonus points for getting that third gem for player 1 would have come into play. But again, they didn't even need it because they were able to get that last gem. However, that was a very close game from both players. So we are going to get into another game. We got RTNC is going to be room code. So I do just want to remind you guys that if you aren't able to get into a game, it does not look like this is room code. If you guys are not able to get into a game, but you do want to kind of have an impact on the game on stream, or you do just kind of want to watch the game on stream, and you do want to kind of participate, you can go to spectate and then vote, and then you can vote on the different events that happen. And you can also vote on the 5th item if it is a normal match. So we are just kind of going through room codes right here. We are seeing what is working. We're trying to get into your guys' rooms. So again, if you guys are making rooms, make sure you don't leave them because then we won't be able to hop in like this. So again, make sure that you guys, if you do make a room, try not to leave it because we will hop in there. just kind of play. Really, if you are in a private game, you shout it into the YouTube chat, and maybe someone else will see it. So you will be good to go. So we do got a room code now for you guys. This one should work. We got HONI as the room code. So again, if you guys do want to hop in, just make sure you go to play, private, join, and then type in the room code HONI. And you will be good to go. You'll be ready to rock. So here we have a normal. So I do like normal. Normal is probably the most fairly competitive game, because again, with the gem race, when you do have the random gem spawning in, it kind of could swing the game one way or another. But then when you do have gem race is also like really fun. So it's kind of tough to tell which one I do prefer between the two of them. So here we have the lock and key. We have not seen the lock and key come into play today. However, in the past, we have seen it a lot, used in a variety of different ways. We do always see the trap. I like to call it the trap card, where a player puts the key right at the beginning, so it kind of tempts the other player to grab it. However, it usually benefits you to not grab the key, because it could either drop you through, or you won't be able to wall jump off of a lock block or something like that. So we do got the lock, the fan, the vacuum, the disappearing block, and then we do got one more for you guys, which you guys voted on, which is going to be the cannon. So we got a lot of variety right now. I do like that. I always do like having little bit of different items. However, I also enjoy when we do have a lot of items that send you back, such as the bats, or the spikes are also super annoying. But I do like those items because, again, it just forces you to avoid them. It just forces you to kind of be more patient instead of just kind of flying through the map. Like we do see when we do kind of just have like the switch blocks or the sticky blocks or even the disappearing blocks. So here we do have normal, as I did say. Oh my goodness, this already looks crazy. However, again, on normal, player 2 is going to town with the can. I've never seen this before, and I'm really interested to see how this plays out. However, it does not look like they have a lot of cannons towards the bottom right there. So I have never seen the cannon spam before. Let's take a look at their map. Is all they put down... Okay, so they did put down a fan and a vacuum. This is crazy. I've never seen something like this. So something like this is going to be interesting because the cannon does stall you out. The cannon, you do have to wait for it to rotate. Obviously, you could not wait for it to rotate, but then you may get fired out of the cannon at a bad angle. So I've never seen anything like this. So player 2's map is going to be super fun to watch. And then you got player 1's map. Player 1, as I did mention, using those lock blocks. So as you could see here, if you grab this green key right here, and then you try going down here, you won't be able to just freely walk across the green. You will have to kind of hit the jump, and it may be a little tempting to walk across the green because it does kind of look like a solid block is there instead of there not being anything. So again, you do got to make sure that if you grab the key, you have to go around the green blocks. You can't walk across them. But then you have the brown key, which I'm trying to find it. I don't even know where it is, which is hidden somewhere. I can't see it. So player 1 did a great job of hiding the brown key because I have no clue where they put it right now. But it's all the way over here. Okay, so they did make it so you do have to grab that brown key. However, big however right here is that player 2, if they want to, can break some of these blocks to get a shortcut. And now the thing is that to grab this gem, you will have to break 2, and to grab this gem, you will have to break 1, and to grab this gem, you do have to break 1 as well. So you won't be able to get all of them. However, where this does come into play is with the time. You could get a big point bonus by getting those gems in a very quick way. So again, we're going to see if player 2 does decide to break those blocks, because that will give them a big point bonus right there. And then they could always grab the key and get that last gem and then the final gem. So we are going to find out how this does come into play. We are going to see player 2's big cannon map. We're going to see how everything gets played out right now. So player 2, I believe, did just go for it. They did just grab the key right there out the gate. And again, that was the key for the green one. So now both players going for the brown key. As I did mention, though, player 2, if they so choose, could break those blocks. Player 1, however, did grab the key. They also grabbed that first gem. So player 1 right now is on a roll. It unfortunately looks like player 2 did actually fall down. As I did mention before, that can happen. So you do got to be sure that you watch out for that. So player 2, did they grab the key yet? I don't believe they did. So player 1 grabbed all 4 gems right now. Player 2 did finally get that key. However, again, they do have to be careful for those green blocks. So player 2 able to grab a gem. They're going to have to do a lot to come back right now. They're going to have to get a lot of gems on the board before player 1 is able to grab that big one. However, it does look like player 1 is going to be able to grab that big one right now. So they do. So player 2 is now going to have to make a miracle happen to pull this one out. And on their cannon map, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do it. Oh, and they fire out the cannon the wrong way. So that's not the best start. Again, if you do go backwards like that, you can press R to tactically reset. So again, the cannon spam. Both players grabbing the gem at the same time, so that's always good. However, it is going to just be difficult for player 2 to make a comeback. I'm not sure if they will be able to win at this point, just based on how the map is going. Player 2 able to grab their second gem, while player 1 was able to get their third. So again, the unfortunate part with those cannons is you kind of have to wait for them to spin around like that. Or you could just kind of spam your jump and just get fired off into a random direction. So it does look like player 2 might be able to grab another gem. However, it does look like player 1 is going to be able to clean up on this map. All they really have to do is get the big gem. However, they do fall. So this does give player 2 an opportunity to get some more points on the board. However, again, I'm not sure if they will be able to clean up on this map, make the comeback. So yeah, we are kind of just waiting now. We are kind of just waiting for this map to finish. Does look like player 2 was able to grab 2 gems. However, it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to get the big gem. So no one was able to get the big gem. However, player 1 kind of just cemented their victory from getting the gems very quickly on their map, on their first map. So we are going to get another game in for you guys. We just need some room codes. So again, don't be scared to make your own rooms. If you guys do make your own rooms, it is okay. We will try to hop in there. Just make a private game or go to a quick play game. If you don't have anyone to join your private lobby, you can always make your quick play game. And then we will be able to get the room code from the quick play as well. So again, don't be shy to go into quick play. I'm sure you will be able to get matched up with someone, especially now because we do got a lot of people playing right now. So make sure you do hop on in. Just make sure you get some games going because, again, it is fun to just play. It's not all about getting on stream. However, we will like to showcase everyone on stream. So, again, we will try our best to do that all the time. So we are going to try UDEZ. And it does look like the player who made that lobby did leave. So we are going to get another room code in. We're going to try RLPY as the room code. And it does look like the player left that one. So we are going to get another one in for you guys. We got a lot. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. You got PCQO. And we do find that room right there. Okay, so again, if you guys do want to join this room, make sure you go to play, private, join, PCQO, and you will be up on the stream. So there you have it. So here we have a gem race. So again, the gem race is both players select 5 items. They could be same, they could be different, they could be anything. So they both build on the same map. So that is very, very interesting because when players are building on the same map, things could get pretty wild. You could have people building over or kind of blocking off other players' traps. You could have people just building traps in the same spot, so then it kind of gets impossible to get across a certain area. There's a lot of different things that can happen and that can come into play. So here we got both players selecting the vacuum. However, it does look like that's going to be the only similarity. We got the sticky block, the moving block, the crusher, which is kind of like the thwomp, and then the disappearing block. And then we also have the cannon, the vacuum, the fan, the spike, and the falling block. So again, we got a lot of variety. Variety is always good because, again, you don't really want, like, if both players select the flamethrower, you don't want just a big flamethrower spam in the middle of the map. You want to have a lot of crazy stuff going on. You want to have the fan and the vacuum. You want to have the fan pushing you into the vacuum. You want to have the cannon and then the vacuum around the cannon, so when you fire out of the cannon, you go into the vacuum. You want a lot of crazy stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. Again, the spikes, we have not seen the spikes too much today. I remember the one map where the player put the spike block down on the moving block. But the spikes could be even more annoying than that. You could hide them behind the cones. You could hide them behind the traffic cylinders or the toxic barrels. Do a lot of crazy stuff with them. And it could get very, very frustrating at times. Especially because they kind of do cover off like a whole cube, like a whole block, a whole unit. So you could kind of just put them down wherever you please. And you could also put them down in the sky. They do not have to be on the ground. So that's kind of where they become even more frustrating, is when you kind of have to hit a wall jump, but then you aren't able to because there's a big spike right in your face. Here, it looks like we got the Cannon Master is back. So our player who put those cannons down in the last game, it does look like they are a repeat offender, and they are doing it again right now. Put about one spike down, but it does look like that is going to be it. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see what we do have here, because again, we do got the cannons. However, the cannons were in normal. Now they are in gem race. So this is going to be a little bit crazier. So we do got our cannons coming in right now. This is going to be pretty interesting to see. But again, it does look like we do have that visual glitch. So the first gem is going to be kind of a mystery gem for us. Player 1 able to grab it. Now that second gem is going to be up there in that top section. It does look like you will kind of get sucked up by the vacuum, but it shouldn't be too hard to get. So player 2 able to grab the gem. And now that next gem may have been more beneficial. So one of our players did hit the tactical reset button. Ooh, and now both players are in the same cannon. Ooh, with player 1 just grabbing it by hitting the wall jump instead of taking the cannon route. Now, again, you kind of do get sucked up into that cannon, so it is a little bit difficult to kind of get around. Player 2 using the cannon to their advantage. However, it does look like they are sort of getting stuck. Ooh, but they do hit a double cannon jump. Oh, however, now they are stuck in it. This is player 1's chance to come back. However, it does not look like they... Oh, and the gem resets just as player 2 was getting shot out of the cannon. So right there, oh, and player 1 now gets stuck in the cannon. So player 2 able to grab that gem. We don't even know where the next one is because we do have the lights out event. So this is going to be tough. This is going to be a hard one. Where are we at? I don't even know where the gem is. I can't see it. Oh, it's right down there. It was right at the spawn. And now that next gem is going to be all the way in that bottom right section. So, oh, player 2 unfortunately getting stuck in the cannon. However, now player 1 getting stuck in the cannon with both players. Ooh, both players coming right down to the wire. Wow. So again, shout out to both of our players. We had a couple really, really close games coming in. That was pretty wild. That last game was very close. Again, those cannons, I do like the cannon strategy. However, I'm not sure if that makes it more luck based or if it does make it more skill based because sometimes the cannon is just not spinning your way. So it does look like we are going to get one more match. I think we're going to try to run a fast match for you guys. So again, make sure you do hop on in there. We'll get the room code for you guys again. And I hope everyone did have a fun time tuning into the stream. We did have some really, really good games. We also saw some new faces. So again, thank you guys for getting in there. So this room code is going to be EKRY. And again, I do believe this one is going to be a fast match. So fast match, we kind of hopped in late to one, so it was a little bit glitched. However, fast match is you get 30 seconds to build using 5 random items. So it's always going to be the same map. So if you play fast match a lot, you may already have a plan on how you do want to do things. But again, it's always on this map. Both players do build their own map, though, so we are going to see this is player 1's map, and we can't really. So this is player 1's map, and this is going to be player 2's map. So player 2 going heavy with the vacuums at the end, and then player 1 just going with the lock blocks. But again, as I said before, it kind of gets a little bit hectic because you don't know really what to do. You kind of only do get those 30 seconds of build, so you may not have a real game plan going into it. So player 1, it looks like they went low right here. I'm not sure why. I guess I kind of do get it. I guess I get it. However, I would just go over here. Just go right here. I'm not sure what's going on. Both players confusing me. So player 2 was able to get the gem in about 20 seconds. So we do got our second map right here, player 2's map, going into it. Hopefully they are able to get the gem because if player 1 is able to grab the gem in less than 20 seconds, they will lose. So we do got player 2 right here. Oh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one for both of our players right now. Looks like the only way you are going to be able to beat this map is by going all the way up to the top and then just kind of dropping down. Not sure how we get these strategies coming in. However, it does look like player 2 was able to grab the gem again. So player 2 was able to grab the gem. I'm not sure if that was player 1 or 2, but they were able to grab the gem by going high. Props to them. Props to them for winning the last game as well. So again, thank you guys for everyone who tuned in today, and thank you for all the new faces who did decide to check out the stream. Again, you do appreciate that, as it's always fun. It's always fun to have a lot of new faces in. Tomorrow, I believe we will be running Battle Royale, so a lot of people do like coming in for Battle Royale. Again, it's also fun because we are able to get multiple people in at the same time up on stream. So if you do like Battle Royale games, make sure you do come tomorrow. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time again. Same place, same time, youtube.com/BRP clips. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.